Welcome back to the channel, family. It's your guy Trip5 back again with another creepy video compilation. Make sure you guys like the video, and if you're new, subscribe so you can join the family. If you didn't know, I just dropped my new ebook, Awakening the Soul, A Journey to Inner Peace. This guide is packed with life-changing insights and practical exercises that will completely shift how you experience life. And the best part is, for a limited time, you could grab it for 50% off. Click the link in the description and get yours today. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video, y'all.
What is this?
Is my lash glue breathing?
I hope not.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Shh! Shut up!
Why is it doing that?
What is
can't
that?
put this shit on my eyes.
That was eyelash glue. Why was it moving like that? What is that, guys? I don't know what that is, but she's saying it was black eyelash glue. Like, I don't even know what this is up there. They're saying it's venom, but you know it's not, because venom is not real. But this is what they're saying it is, guys. Eyelash glue. Why was it moving like that? What the? Shh! Shut up! It looked like it was breathing. Like it was trying to take a breather. There's no way, because that's impossible. There's no way that can happen. What was that? We're gonna get to the bottom of this, don't worry. Yo, I ain't never seen that happen before. Trust me, I've been around some women that use black eyelash glue to put their eyelashes on. It's not a game. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what that is. I'm trying to understand and find out what it is myself. If you know what it is, guys, comment below. Let me know. I gotta go.
We are in control because basically we are not a political organization. We are an occult organization. We're working behind the scenes to manipulate the way that people think. The war that we are waging is a guerrilla war on the human mind. And we use musical frequencies, the dominant frequency, which I've referred to before, and symbolism and imagery to awaken dormant aspects of the human mind. And what we're waging is a cultural war right now on every front, in music, in literature, utilizing the media against itself. And we're using music because that's the instrument that young people respond to right now. We're doing propaganda directly to awaken the wolf in man. Politics is merely the puppet show of human beings, and we transcend that, but we are interested in the control of human beings for our own purposes. We have no concern for the homeless, particularly. We don't have any concern in helping people. As Adolf Hitler said, we seek to bring about a youth that has closed its heart to pity. All of the humanist values that Judeo-Christianity has encouraged, we want to wipe them out. It's led to democracy, social humanism, the idea of equality. All of this filth has to be wiped out if the human race is going to continue to take the next step in evolution. We're only seeking individuals who are competent and who are willing to take action.
Man, these people are different. The lengths that they go to keep us under control is crazy. He literally just admitted to not caring about the homeless, not caring about anybody. All they care about is literally power. And you know, they also using music to control the young kids out here. Some of the music out here is so negative that these kids will start to follow what they saying in the songs. Like, this is a real thing. Half of these celebrities don't even do what they rap in their songs. They just singing it to make you do it. And then later on, you would be locked up regretting your decisions. Think about how many people this has happened to in prison already.
I do not live in LA. I do not own a car. I definitely didn't bring a car to LA because I don't own a car.
Either way, would you mind just swinging by the front for me?
Why would I do that?
So right now I have an emergency with the vehicle, and I need to be sure that it's not attached to your room if you're not the person who has the vehicle.
I do not have a car. Why would I go downstairs to confirm that I don't have a car?
Get away from my door.
If they know you in the hotel with the door locked, why do they want to purposely come in, unlock the door, knowing that they're going to have to fight you off or anything like that? What?
Because the only other thing I can think to do is come up and speak to you directly, which is what I just tried to do.
What is speaking to me going to do? No matter what you say to me, I still don't own a car.
When you do get a chance, whether it's to come down for breakfast or anything, if you can just swing by the front, I would greatly appreciate that.
You're gonna need to tell me in words what you want from me, because Right now, it just feels like you're trying to traffic me, and I'm extremely uncomfortable and do not feel safe in this hotel.
But right now I do have an emergency with the vehicle, and I'm just trying to get it sorted.
Can you tell me what the emergency is?
If it's not your car, then I don't think you need to worry about it.
Oh, what a change of tune.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, his movements are similar to the robot. Like, why is his hands so stiff like that? This nigga look like if he give you a handshake, it will hurt. It looks like he got no thought behind his eyes. You know, in my opinion, he was just playing around when he was in office. It's almost as if somebody was just telling him what to do and what to say, and he was just following through with it. It's like he didn't have no idea for himself.
Hey guys, I'm in the Florida Everglades and this is a rock test. See, there's a giant American crocodile right here. That could have been close. Boop. Gotta be quicker than that. That is one juicy green water snake. Look at that derpy little face. So cute. Speaking of cute, check out this baby cottontail bunny. Look at those little thumpers. And check out this defensive cottonmouth. I ended up having to yoink him up. He doesn't even know I'm holding him right now. I definitely don't recommend this. We're out here looking for that 20-foot Burmese python. But all I'm seeing tonight are swamp puppies. See? He's watching me. But he's not the only one out here. Check out all these eye shines. There are hundreds of them watching me right now. Ooh, what do we got here? Yoink. Finally, we got a Burmese python. He may not be the 20-footer, but it's important to remove as many of these invaders as possible. Check out this handful of Burmese pythons. They're strong, but no match for the yoink man. Ooh, what do we got here? Yoink. It's an Everglades rat snake, and a pretty big one, too. Absolutely love finding these native snakes out here. That's a big old land crab. Boop.
This is the wildest video I've ever filmed. Millions of cockroaches. There's fucking, look, there's 2 reticulated bisons. 2 of them. Holy fuck. Oh. There's so many cockroaches on me. Holy shit. This is fucking mental. Holy dooly.
No.
Oh, I think my nose is bleeding.
I actually can't breathe anymore.
Hey, I know one thing for sure. You would never see a black person in a situation like that. Those last 2 videos is wild. Some of y'all white people are very brave. Like, boy is in there with no shoes on, barefoot, literally stepping on like 3 cockroaches every step. And then you got the other one in the swamp just bothering these animals. Talking about yoink, picking them up and shit.
something under the ground. And it sounds like it's about to bust out. Holy crap. It's over here in the field.
Ooh. Oh dear. It's shooting the people. Oh dear.
Haley, stay there. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Get next to the tree. Get next to the tree and don't move.
Ooh. That guy is PO'd.
Oh, we can't leave now.
Here comes the other one though.
Oh shoot.
What are they mad about? That was crazy. Sheesh.
What's up, man? This is Wild Bill. I got One Eye TV on YouTube. Check my stuff out.
Check them out. Oh, shit.
Oh,
Wait, y'all still drinking these people juices?
Gross, gross, gross. So when you see these companies like this that are mixing in all this shit, all this sugar, all this coloring, all these food dyes for mango juice, for the love of God, for your children, for your family, please go buy a mango from the store. If you want to juice it, you can buy a juicer. Squeeze it with your damn hand. Anything but this bullshit. If you give your kid sugary, processed, artificially colored juice like this, you are harming their health.
But they always practice all of these things on us first. The problem with these things is that we don't view this as a military attack. We seem to think medicine is some innocent thing. Medicine is run by the military. Always has been. The founders of European medicine are military doctors. They are medical men who are military minded. The body is trying to attack itself. They come out with all this attack language. The body is attacking itself. You got an autoimmune disease. Bacteria is attacking you. Everything's attacked because these were military people. And they still approach the body as the enemy today. Who's in charge of medicine in America? What's his title? The Surgeon General. This is military, and you're not getting it. It's a misdirection and deception. They're not after her, they're after her offspring. That's who they're after. The only way to get to them, to mess up the wiring of this child, is to get to her first. So we already know that the ladies are being experimented upon. This is a form of genocide, just another way. But we just don't get it. We just don't get it.
Man, that's deep when you put it like that. You know, some of these American ingredients that they put in our food are banned in other countries. It's like they want all of us having problems with our health. And then, you know, when you get medicine for it, that medicine just causes another problem. It's almost like a never-ending cycle.
My friend sent me this video of her daughter. Yesterday, she was standing on the corner waiting on the bus stop. And I know that sounds crazy, standing on the corner. No disrespect to her, but no, there's this guy just standing there, and you kind of notice that he, you know, looking around, being really weird, trying to figure out if there's any cameras around, who's looking. And I want these young girls to understand you got to be aware of your surroundings. You can't never turn your back on nobody. Even if you minding your business, you don't want to be bothered. Place your back against a wall to where you can see everything and nothing is behind you. This dude is looking for the right time to do whatever he wants to do or whatever he's trying to do to this young girl. And she's trying to ignore him, but you need to be paying attention, baby, the entire time. I want y'all to share and tag this. Send this to a young lady that needs to see this. Be aware of your surroundings. Stop trying to ignore people and pay attention to them. Peace.
Y'all, I just freaked the fuck out. I thought somebody was watching me. Don't that look like an eyeball? I thought somebody was watching me, y'all. Y'all can hear that how I'm breathing. Like this shit it scared me. Look at that. That look like someone watching you. It's not throw. Those some damn nails, y'all. Oh, they gotta change that. They gotta change.
Nah, they definitely gotta change that. Cause even when she said those ain't nothing but screws, when she zoomed that camera in, I say, nah, son.
Somebody in there.
I don't get the hype. These birds are dumb as hell.
I would apologize. That is the last creature you want as your op. Let me tell you something. Meet the crow. Now, I shouldn't have to explain this, but these things are far from dumb. It's basically a brain with wings. They have the intelligence of a 7-year-old. To put that into perspective, a dolphin has the intelligence of a 4-year-old. Let that sink in. They could solve puzzles. They can use tools. They'll even pick up a walnut, drop it into the road, wait for a car to run it over so that they can go and get the nut. I wouldn't even think of that. When a crow dies, the other crows will come and investigate the area to figure out how. And if they can't figure it out, they'll stop eating the food in the area in case that's what did it. But most importantly, they can remember your face. They don't, however, remember what the word forgiveness means. So if you end up on their bad side, these flying middle fingers will attack you every chance they get, they'll drop stuff on you, and they'll tell the homies to do the same. And there's a lot of homies. Not just that, they will tell their children about you. So you could end up fighting a crow because of something you did to its grandpa. Moral of the story, if you even mess with a crow in your dreams, I would wake up and apologize. And as always, follow for more facts.
That's pretty fucking crazy. Yeah, this is new to me. So if you can't tell, they've been spraying heavily today. That plane just left this, turned it off, normal contrail all the way to there, turned it back on. This is a military plane. I'll show you right now on the flight radar. United States Air Force. And I mean, it went from clear blue skies at 6 a.m. to spraying all day long. So, I don't know what the fuck just happened. So these planes are turning it off and on. They're nowhere on the flight app. There's that US Air Force plane. These planes, not on the flight app, came in screaming, dude. I didn't even see them. You know, I haven't seen anything like this.
Ask that we all stand for one last song.
The lottery is a operation by the CIA. What they do is they can't take money out of taxpayer dollars without leaving a paper trail. So what they do is they make sure their people win the lotto and they kick that money back to them. I don't believe, you know, people win 400, 500 million, maybe one or two guys, but I believe most of that money is like a psyop. CIA money.
Holy shit! Cause dude, you know who got busted doing that?
Yep,
New Mexico, and I believe Oklahoma got busted giving Zorro Ranch giant lottery. Dude, that's totally makes sense, man. That totally makes sense that these people win these lotteries and you're like, oh, this guy just won the lottery.
Half of saying honest, dude, so you can never prove.
Yeah, exactly. That was when it goes straight back to the CIA and Langley.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do you know anybody who won the lottery? I'm talking about like the big lottery, like when you win a lot of money, not like the small one. You know, what if they all picking people to win the lottery? Think about it. If someone did win the lottery, they received all that money, what if they used the money to change something that these higher ups don't want to be changed? You know, I also heard someone say the other day that becoming a millionaire by working hard is easier than winning the lottery. There was a study that's shown this.
The true meaning behind St. Patrick's Day is crazy.
You mentioned St. Patrick's Day. How does that tie into this?
Yeah, that's actually one of the saddest things of all.
Saddest, really?
Yeah, it really is. It's probably the most misunderstood and saddest holidays that we celebrate of all time.
Why?
Well, let me give an example of what that really represents. And of course, this is going to ruin it for a lot of people that love St. Patrick's Day. First of all, it has nothing to do with Irish pride. That's how it was shown later. There's nothing to do with leprechauns or Irish pride. It has nothing to do with that.
You just killed two great fantasies.
I know.
Right there.
Really, if you look into what that was, is that St. Patrick, right? The St. Patrick was a Roman. His father was a Roman official, and he was tasked, just like the Roman Empire did with destroying the Gnostic people who originally were the Egyptians and burning the Library of Alexandria. He was tasked with going to Ireland and the UK and Scotland area, but we specifically think of it as Ireland because that was the core of this, right. Where they went there and they were supposed to eradicate the last group on the planet that was still studying was that ancient old religion who were known as the serpents. So if you look at the story of St. Patrick, he was ridding the serpents, the snakes, right? The snakes from Ireland. But if you look all throughout geologic history of that region, there's never been snakes that lived there. It's a metaphor. Huh. It's a metaphor for the Druid people and pagans as a more general term, anyone who didn't follow this monotheistic Christian religion. And they were seen as a threat because they were the last group that had the ancient knowledge, and they were greatly demonized later. So what happened was, you're celebrating the representation of the genocide and cleansing of the last serpent group on the planet, the Druids who built Stonehenge, created all of the world. That was the purpose of St. Patrick and the Druids in Ireland, and how the Romans conquered all the way through the Gnostics in Egypt and all those areas. They were trying to wipe that story out, so that knowledge would be truly lost.
They almost did.
They almost did.
Crazy.
In the secret life.
Olha aí, olha! Olha, minha gente, pelo amor de Deus, olha! Olha aí, ó! Olha aí, tá vendo aí, Drayton? Tem gente que não acredita não numa porra dessa, olha! E tá se mexendo, olha! Misericórdia! Como é que pode uma porra dessa?
Okay, I went into the woods on, I guess, the Wolf Moon to do a ritual from the dark web, and something is actually happening. Can y'all hear that or see that? Not the drums. Here, let me flip the camera. Oh, I added my candles to it. Bro. They're everywhere. I swear, if I go back and watch this and I don't see any eyes,
This man just said he went to go and do a ritual from the dark web. Like, why he said that like that was a normal thing or something. And then, he said he completed it. And he said it was working because he started to see them little creatures. And to me, those look like raccoons. I could be wrong, though. I've never seen a group of raccoons like that, though. Is that normal? Let me know in the comments below.
What if I told you the most powerful people in the world wear red shoes for a reason, and it has nothing to do with style? Leather shoes are made from skin. We all know this. But red shoes, these aren't just any leather. No, they're crafted from something far more exclusive. They say it makes the softest leather in the world. The price for these shoes, let's just say, it's not just measured in dollars. You've seen them. Bright, bold, almost out of place. Red shoes on billionaires, politicians, Hollywood elites. You think it's just fashion? No, it's a symbol, a mark, something only the initiated understand. Same with the red carpet they walk on. And if you think that sounds insane, remember, Nike already introduced this idea to the mainstream. Yeah. They literally made sneakers infused with real inner liquids. A major company mass marketing the concept. And who do you think wore these shoes the most? Who was the target demographic? But this goes deeper. There's actual artwork, paintings, tapestries, showing people wearing red shoes against their will. Ever wondered why? Because red shoes don't just symbolize status. They tell a story, but only to those who can read the symbolism. And the red carpet, think about it, the biggest celebrities, the most powerful figures in entertainment, all walking down a red carpet. And what do they always ask each other? Who are you wearing? That's not an accident. It's ritualistic, a knowing nod to something deeper. Because certain ultra-luxury brands tailor-make clothing infused with real organic materials, if you know what I mean. And they flaunt it in your face. Ever see that movie, random scene, guy strutting down the street in red shoes, eating pizza, no context, just thrown in there? Why? Because once you start recognizing the pattern, you realize it's everywhere. And here's the kicker. It's not just shoes. Certain ultra-luxury handbags, the kind with years-long waiting lists, the kind only they can get, are rumored to be made from the exact same material, same source, same meaning, different product. They've been hiding it in plain sight. That's what they do. They don't keep secrets. They tell you exactly what they're doing. And if you don't see it, that's on you. So next time you see a billionaire rocking a pair of red leather loafers, ask yourself, is it just a style choice, or are they telling you exactly who they are? I'm gonna go ahead and say this is just a joke for entertainment purposes.
Wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision. Duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you? It's okay.
Now think about how many people are wearing these silicone masks around you that you have no idea about. They even got the hands and the feet for it. Like, that's crazy. And they probably got more advanced ones than that. Now what if there's celebrities out there that fake they deaf and they just walking around with a mask so you wouldn't find out who they really are?
The song was so big, and then they told me I had to like kind of sacrifice something. They said you're gonna have to pay it back because you just put this information out there. This is gonna put people in the wrong mindset of what we're trying to do in society. So they told me that if I don't do these list of things, then they are going to hurt my family or hurt people that I really care about. And they told me to go to this office. It was on Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles. And then when I went in, I asked them over the phone, what are they gonna have me do? They said they couldn't tell me. And then when I went into the office, they sat me down and it was like an all white room, and they opened one of the doors and it had a Gucci suit, a Gucci bodysuit. And I said, oh no, please don't tell me that is what I think it is. They said, yeah, it's exactly what you think it is, pal. And I said, no, please no, not the Gucci suit. They said it's the Gucci suit. This is the only way that you can repay for what you've done. And I said, not the Gucci suit, please. And they said, it's the Gucci suit.
I'm going to show you while you close your curtains in Appalachia at night. This picture looks pretty innocent at a glance. In just a moment, I'm going to show you a version where I have lightened it up, and I'm going to show you what's standing right over here. This is one of the most common questions I get, being from Appalachia. Why do you close your curtains at night? Why don't you answer when something calls your name? Why do you not whistle in the woods? It's right over here, this is why. As you can clearly tell, this picture was taken from a trail camera. On the other one, you could see the date and time at the bottom. But now that I've lightened it up, I want you to really look over here. It may look a little confusing at first, but let me explain it. What you're seeing right here, this white thing, it's hard to tell, but that's actually a coyote, which in itself doesn't seem that scary and weird because there's lots of coyotes in Appalachia. But what you don't see yet is what's holding it up by its neck. If you will look closely, right up here, you can see this thing's eyes. You can see its eyes glowing in the dark. The person who got this picture, who captured it on their trail camera, said they was able to determine the height based off this shed right here, and they estimated it to be between 8 and 8.5 feet tall. And it has a coyote by the neck. There are not any animals from Appalachia that look like that can hold a coyote by its neck. What is it? That's the question. To be honest, I don't know. Some people argue a Bigfoot, some say a skinwalker. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I have my theories. I want to know what you think. If you have any kind of paranormal evidence, my email is listed in my bio. Send them my way. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. God bless.
What is that? I don't know, man. What?
You know, to me, that look like CGI. I could be wrong, though. I don't know. You know, I feel like they spamming all of these AI videos because when we do see some, everybody gonna just claim that it's AI. You know, I have seen a video similar to that before. It's possible that that could have been CGI as well. But what if it's not, though? But what if it's not? Then what?
Right here, this, whatever this is, this right here, we think it's air. But I realize that if I stop, close my nose and mouth for 4 minutes, if I'm separated from this substance for 4 minutes, my heart don't stop. My brain don't even stop. My body functions don't stop. The first thing I lose is consciousness. I pass out. I can no longer stay aware. So I started to say, well, wait a minute. I'm not just breathing in air. I'm breathing in consciousness. I'm inhaling and exhaling God itself. And this air is conscious.
Everything you put in your skin goes into your bloodstream. And in the bloodstream, it'll act like oil and fat. Okay? That goes not just for massage oil, it goes for cosmetics, it goes for creams and ointments, it goes for sea water, it goes for fluoridated water. It's on the skin, it goes into the bloodstream. And the regular rule, and this goes straight across the line, is very simple. If you wouldn't eat it, don't put it on your skin. That goes for cosmetics and underarm deodorants and goes for lipstick and everything else.
People will never tell you or admit to you that they premeditated a certain thing towards you, that they did something to you and it was premeditated. They thought about it actually before they did it. I actually thought this out. They will never say, who says that? If you're not brought up on charges and you're brought before a court of law, nobody is admitting that in regular life, in everyday life. I actually got up this morning, I thought about how I wanted to control your emotions. I wanted to turn it around from good to bad. I ain't gonna do that. But there are a lot of people, and don't put it past them, but also don't become paranoid with everybody, that actually will premeditate turning your life around, or trying to turn your life around if you let it. But the beautiful part about that is that usually it's not their first rodeo. So you got time to actually look over a course of their actions during the course of their life and say, you're not doing that to me. I'm on to you. I know what you're up to. I know how you do these things, right? So I have the power that I'm not going to relinquish to you. I'm going to keep that power, and I'm just going to tell you to go on your way. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to put up the force field, and hopefully you get the hint at some point to keep it moving, because it ain't happening over here. Love.
You'll say before you go to sleep, I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me tomorrow. And if you'll say when you get up in the morning, I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me today. And if all day long you say, I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me, you'll find that as you go to sleep the next night, and try this today, it's a very powerful exercise. It sounds a little bit corny, but it's a very powerful exercise. If you'll try it, you'll find that when you go to sleep, you will not be able to think of all the wonderful things that happen to you. You'll just be surprised that your parking spaces will open up and friends will call and you'll get checks in the mail. Just your life will be a series of really positive, happy experiences. So always expect the best. I believe something wonderful is going to happen to me today, and by the inexorability of a law of nature, it's going to happen to you. I can assure you it's happened to thousands and thousands and thousands of our graduates who will literally astonish you the effect of this corny little exercise.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to try this and see if it works. It'd be simple things like that that could change your life. Let me know if you try it, and let me know the results that you receive. But you know, that's the end of the video, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you guys check out my ebook. You know, there's a lot of gems in there. It's very helpful. Trust me. We out, y'all. See you on the next video.